The summary of The Tipping Point: How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference, brought to you by Click-Through College. The Tipping Point: How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference is a seminal work by journalist and author Malcolm Gladwell. First published in 2000, the book seeks to explain how trends, products, ideas, and behaviors can spread like epidemics, dramatically expanding and becoming influential seemingly overnight. Gladwell introduces the concept of the tipping point, a moment of critical mass or threshold that triggers a significant change. Gladwell identifies three primary factors that can cause an idea, trend, or social behavior to tip into wide-scale popularity: the law of the few, the stickiness factor, and the power of context. 1. The law of the few. This law suggests that the spread of any social epidemic is dependent on the involvement of a specific group of individuals with a particular set of social gifts. Gladwell categorizes these individuals into three types. Connectors. These are the socialites, the individuals who know a lot of people across an array of social, cultural, professional, and economic circles. They are the hub of the human social network and are crucial to getting the message out. Mavens. These individuals are information brokers who accumulate knowledge and understand how to share it with others. They provide the message. Salesmen. These charismatic individuals possess powerful negotiation skills. They are the persuaders, adept at influencing others' choices and behaviors. They are the individuals who persuade others of the message's importance and value. 2. The stickiness factor. The stickiness factor refers to a unique quality that compels the phenomenon to stick in the minds of the public and influences their future behavior. It's the aspect of a phenomenon that makes it memorable and directly influences its potential to precipitate change. For example, Gladwell discusses the success of Sesame Street and Blue's Clues, two children's television shows that managed to make educational content sticky by understanding and leveraging the way children process information. The creators made small but crucial adjustments to the format, structure, and presentation of their content, making it easier for their young audience to remember and learn from their shows. 3. The power of context. According to Gladwell, human behavior is strongly influenced by its environment or context. Even small changes in context can have a dramatic effect on behavior or the spread of ideas. As an example, he points to the dramatic drop in crime rates in New York City during the 1990s. He suggests that this was not merely a result of conventional factors such as increased policing or economic growth, but rather a series of small changes in the city's physical environment. The broken windows theory, which suggests that visible signs of disorder and misbehavior in an environment encourage further disorder and misbehavior, plays a significant role in this context. The book also discusses numerous case studies to illustrate these principles. One of the most famous is the case of Hush Puppies, the classic American shoes. In the mid-1990s, the brand was close to shutting down, but then something strange happened. Suddenly, the shoes became popular in a handful of influential clubs and boutiques in downtown Manhattan, where fashion-forward people started wearing them. This sudden popularity soon spread, and Hush Puppies went from selling 30,000 pairs one year to 430,000 in the next. In another case, Gladwell explains how the book, Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood, became a bestseller. The book initially didn't perform well in terms of sales, but its publisher decided to promote it through book clubs and independent bookstores. This strategy worked, and the book became a huge success, eventually being adapted into a movie. Gladwell attributes this to the stickiness factor, where the book resonated with a specific demographic and made a significant impact due to its intimate, relatable content and the unique, community-driven promotional strategy. Gladwell also delves into the phenomena of teen smoking and the rapid spread of certain diseases. He explains that these are not just related to the qualities of the substances or diseases themselves, but also to the specific social dynamics at play. For instance, the increase in teen smoking rates is not just because of the addictive nature of nicotine, but also because smoking is seen as cool and rebellious, which appeals to certain types of teenagers, who then influence their peers. The Tipping Point also investigates the concept of the magic number 150, derived from the work of British anthropologist Robin Dunbar. This principle suggests there is a cognitive limit to the number of people with whom one can maintain stable social relationships. Businesses, communities, and social networks that exceed this number often require more restrictive rules and regulations to maintain order. In summary, the tipping point is a study of how ideas, products, messages, and behaviors spread and become significant societal phenomena. The central premise is that small, precise pushes can move almost anything, big or small, and thus create a tipping point that changes everything. It's not the magnitude of the push but rather the precision and strategic placement that count. Gladwell's insights are particularly relevant in the age of social media and viral marketing, where understanding the mechanics of social influence and contagious behavior is more critical than ever. It offers valuable lessons for individuals and organizations seeking to spread their ideas or create significant change. While the tipping point is a theoretical framework, its underlying principles are backed by real-life case studies that range from business to public health, crime, and even the fashion industry. It prompts readers to consider how minor tweaks in messaging, context, and network dynamics can lead to outsized impacts in society. In essence, Gladwell's work is a treatise on the power of small changes, the importance of a focused, targeted approach, and the tremendous, often underappreciated, influence of context in shaping human behavior. It illuminates the subtle yet powerful forces that shape our decisions, interactions, and the spread of ideas, thereby influencing the world around us. Understanding these forces can empower us to leverage them and create meaningful and lasting changes in our societies. While The Tipping Point provides a broad overview of social phenomena, Gladwell doesn't merely stop there. He encourages the reader to take a step back, to look at the bigger picture, and to reconsider the way we understand the world. He challenges us to question our typical assumptions about cause and effect, reminding us that it's not always the big, obvious factors that have the most significant impact. Often, it's the subtle, overlooked elements that can create the biggest changes. The book's primary strength lies in its multidisciplinary approach, where Gladwell draws from psychology, sociology, epidemiology, and marketing to craft a comprehensive framework for understanding social change. His persuasive narrative is filled with compelling anecdotes, making the book not only insightful but also highly engaging. However, The Tipping Point also invites criticism. Some argue that Gladwell oversimplifies complex phenomena, reducing them to catchy terms and concepts. Critics also note that while his theories are fascinating, they can't account for all social phenomena and shouldn't be applied universally. Furthermore, there's a critique about the lack of systematic evidence in some cases, relying instead on cherry-picked examples that fit the narrative. Despite these criticisms, The Tipping Point has had a profound influence on various fields, such as marketing, public policy, and even public health. Its concepts have been adopted and implemented by organizations and individuals seeking to spark change, making the book a staple in many professional fields. The Tipping Point: How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference, offers an innovative and thought-provoking look at the mechanisms behind societal change. It highlights the importance of the right people, the right message, and the right context in spreading ideas or behaviors, and how understanding these elements can enable us to create a tipping point. While not without its critics, the book's influence and relevance, especially in our increasingly connected world, are undeniable. Gladwell's work serves as a reminder that we are all, in some way, connected. Our actions, no matter how small they may seem, can ripple out and have far-reaching effects. The key takeaway is that with the right combination of factors, a single idea can become a global phenomenon, a small act can lead to a significant social change, and a single person can make a big difference. The Tipping Point is a testament to the power and potential of little things in making a big difference. This is a summary of The Tipping Point: How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference by Click-Through College.